Hi, I'm Darnell at Way Over Recipes, and this is my 30-day review of the Ninja Foodi Flip Toaster. If you're looking for a review where test cooks are done and comparisons side by side with other cookers as far as sizing and other details of that sort, I have an earlier review where I did all of that for you. So be sure to check out that earlier review if those are things you're interested in. This is a follow-up where I talk about my experiences and my thoughts about the cooker. And I want to say that overall, this cooker is a decent toaster. It can do some small scale cooking, can do your reheating, and it's kind of neat and innovative. It's small, very small, but it's a neat little concept type of a cooker, and depending on your needs, it might work out well for you. And this cooker, as far as its heat and the amount of heat that it produces, I'd say that it's a lower end heating type of cooker. It doesn't have convection. It's not an air fryer. So it's not able to circulate the heat as well. And so it can cook and it can heat things and it can bake and it can do, well, broiling, but I'll talk about those more later. It can do those things, but it's kind of weak. It's most effective as a toaster. It's a very quick, effective toaster. Now, as far as remembering settings, the toaster does remember settings, and so that's kind of neat that it remembers settings from your last cook. But toast doesn't adjust when the cooker's hot. It doesn't adjust temp down when the cooker is hot. I wish that the cooker, when it was hot and you set something to toast at a certain level, it would adjust the time down automatically, recognizing that it's already hot. Some cookers do that, but this one does not. One good thing about this cooker is that you can basically flip it even when the cooker's hot. You can flip it up or flip it down, and basically you flip it up for the toast function, you flip it down, well, all the way up for toast function, and you take this out. I've demonstrated this all fully in the initial review, so you can see me demonstrating all of that there. Alright, now we got it back in. Basically, after you flip it up for toast, if you want to do baking and such, you can flip it down and you use this thing here. And I've demonstrated how to lock it all in and all that good stuff. So be sure to see that initial review if you're wondering how to really use this cooker, because I'm not going to go all into that all over again here. So it does have auto pause on the door. This door, when you're cooking, when you pull it out, it auto pauses automatically. That's pretty nice. I like auto pause doors on everything. I want to mention, as far as smoke is concerned in this flip toaster, it doesn't smoke at all when things are down like this in the bake mode. I've never had a cook of anything that had a smoke issue when it's down in like this bake broil mode. But when it's flipped up in its toast mode, it will produce smoke if you have like some junk or something in there. It's like things will get hot, and it will produce smoke if you've got junk in there that you didn't clean out when you're using the toaster. So that's something to keep in mind, but I'd say it's rare that you're going to have that type of an issue unless you just got a bunch of junk in there. It is easy with this cooker to make changes on the fly. So in the middle of a cook or a reheat, it's pretty simple and straightforward. The cooker's user interface is pretty easy to use and understand, so I definitely like using the user interface on here because it's pretty easy. And this cooker makes no noise at all, so that's something good. There's no noise because there's no convection, and so on a cooker that has no convection, you're not going to have any noise. There's no fan to make noise, so it's a very quiet cooker. Only thing that it might make noise on is when it's beeping that a cook is done or your toast pops up if you're toasting. Now, regarding the specific functions and my experiences with the specific functions, I'll say that the bake function, it works, but it's slower than an air fry oven. As I mentioned, there's no convection. It's slower than other cookers by a little bit, by just a little bit. So maybe another 5 minutes, I'd say, compared to some other countertop cookers that you might be used to. The reheat function, it works very well. It's very good for reheating things. Really had no issues there. The broil function, I will say, is weak. The cooker's max temperature is 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So as a broiler, it's pretty weak. I'd say whatever you're going to heat up, just use bake. I've used broil in this, but it's so weak, it's pointless in my opinion. So I just use bake. If I'm cooking something that I want to cook, I'll use bake. Now in the toast function, it works great. It's a great toaster. It holds large size bread, like the bread that I make from my bread machine. That's 2-pound loaves, and they're very large, tall slices of bread, way taller than that stuff you get in the stores. It can hold those, no problem. Cook the full slice. I like that. I've never had a kind of a vertical toaster that could cook that bread in the whole slice. Most vertical toasters can't hold it. So that's very nice. The bagel function. I didn't use the bagel function because I just don't do a lot of bagels. Defrost I also did not use because I don't have any frozen bread to do that with. I just don't freeze my bread like that. So, because I make my own bread, so I just make bread when I need it. Now, I want to talk about as far as cleaning this cooker. Cleaning is very hassle-free, very easy. I'll show you, basically, this is the pan that things are cooked on. There's not much that's stuck there. I did soak that when I would basically get anything stuck on it. I wouldn't line it with anything. I'd put food right on it or in a ramekin, and it was able to, you know, come off pretty easy after you soak. Not much of really any stains there. And inside there you can see it keeps pretty clean. So very easy cleaning, and I talk about how to clean it in that initial review. So I want to talk about usually in this portion I would get into comparing to other cookers, but I want to say that since this cooker is not trying to be an air fryer, it's not trying to be like other cookers really, it's really just a flip toaster with some added functions. I'm not going to offer any comparisons to anything else but a regular toaster, and it's definitely better than a regular toaster. As far as if it's better than or worse than other things, there are lots of other reviews on this channel. You will have to make up your own decisions in that regard. And I prefer that you all make your own decisions. I don't like being the arbitrator for you of what you do with your money. I just give you my thoughts and experiences, but I try to withhold other than what I tell you in these videos. Now, I do want to say that nothing in this video is sponsored. Nothing in any of my videos is sponsored. I do everything independently with my own money, no relationships with these companies at all. So there are lots of ways to help the channel. In the video description you'll see links for like my cookbook, to make donations, my Amazon shop, pay the same price, help the channel. And the Amazon shop has like the cookbook and referral links for all these cookers. Also there's like memberships and merch. So with all of that said and done, I do hope that you like this video. I think overall this is a neat cooker, and you know, it's basically for those who have the need for an accommodation of little space but need something that can do their cooking and their toasting. And if you need something that's in a small space that can do your cooking and your toasting, this can do that for you. So it can get the job done if it's what you need, if it's what you like. Me personally, I will keep it on the side as a toaster. I'll continue using my other air fryer ovens and such. I still, at the current moment, do like the Ninja Foodi XL Pro air fry oven as my favorite overall cooker. And so I'll continue to use that as my mainstay, but who knows, that may change in some point in time. I've got lots of other cookers, and you've seen lots of other reviews coming through. I might, over time, of using one of those, switch. We'll see. But if you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video with a friend, leave your comments, subscribe, hit that notification icon, and good eating.